Hi guys, welcome back to Honest Try TV, and today we're going to be making steaks. We're going to be making steaks, but not just any steaks. We're making these extremely expensive Japanese Wagyu A5 New York cut steaks. So, needless to say, we don't eat like this very often. $99 a pound is yeah. Now, I used to live in Japan, and I'm very annoyed and irritated by this price point because in Japan, you know, these steaks would probably be like $20-$25. But in any event, I'm not going to go there because we're not in Japan, we're in America, and the markup is real. So, as you can see, I have them laid out here on my handy dandy cutting board, and I have applied salt and just a tiny smidge of cracked pepper, and I'm going to do that on both sides. They came frozen in this package. First of all, I put them in the fridge yesterday. Let them kind of thaw overnight, and now an hour before serving, I'm gonna let them kind of sit out and get closer to room temperature. And I'm going to salt them lightly with some pink Himalayan. I'm just gonna let this chill for an hour on this cutting board. And I'm going to throw it into a skillet. A preheated skillet. Sear on both sides, and then we will be ready to eat. Now, this is Honest Try TV, meaning I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. But yay, look at us out here in these streets. Normally in Japan, whenever I would order Wagyu, it would be prepared at the table, and the server would be kind enough to do most of the hard work for us. So this is my first time actually cooking it myself with no assistance from a professional. So keep me in prayer, guys. I found some instructions online. Handy dandy Google out here saving our lives, and that's what I'm following. So while these set, I'm gonna go get my skillet going. Just a second. All right, sorry. I was just applying some more salt and double checking my instructions. So we're gonna toss these. We're gonna throw these back into the refrigerator. I actually don't want them to get room temperature. Haha. Psych on that one. Can I get them both in here? Why not? So we're gonna pre-salt, re-secure, and throw them back in the fridge for the next hour while we work on getting our skillet straight. And luckily, my mom just gave me a skillet. I didn't own one previously. Thank you, Mom. You're the best. So let me toss these back in the fridge. That's done. Now we're going to break out our skillet. Just a second. This is my little baby skillet. Let me make sure it'll fit. Gosh, I hope it'll fit. I don't want any problems. Please fit. Ah, crap. It doesn't fit. We're going to have to slice it. And then cook it. That's fine. And we're going to take our little baby skillet and we're going to preheat it by throwing it. I think first I need to oil it. So let me just grab some olive oil. Again, noobs at work, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Ow! As per usual. But I'm going to do my best. So I'm just going to take some olive oil and pre-grease my pan. Get her all moisturized and cute. But there we go, pre-oiled. And you're supposed to throw your skillet into the oven on 400 so that it can preheat. And the issue is to avoid hot spots. If you sit it on the eye of your oven, potentially you won't have even heating throughout. The areas where the coils are would be hotter potentially than other parts of the pan, and you want to get like an even sear all over. So to prevent that, you preheat your skillet in the oven on 400, and that way she's good and evenly heated throughout when you put it on the stove. So I'm just gonna come over here to our good friend double oven here, and we're gonna toss this on 400 lower oven. Voila. And let that do its thing. While our steaks, our pre-salted steaks are chilling, continue to chill in our refrigerator. And I'll be back shortly. Hey guys, we're back. So I'm gonna grab the steaks. The skillet is still there in the oven, holding steady at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It did not smoke. So after a little bit of research, I found out that the smoke point for olive oil is actually 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Haha! But luckily, I didn't use that much of it, just enough to kind of oil the pan. But ideally, you should use something like safflower oil, which has a higher smoke point to grease your pan to prevent any smoking from happening. But I didn't have that. I used olive oil without knowing any of this information, but luckily I used so little of it that there hasn't been any smoke, so we're good. I'm going to go ahead and grab my steaks. And as we showed earlier, they're too big for my tiny, tiny skillet. So we're just going to slice them in half here. And then we're going to slice them in half, and then we're going to throw them on the thingy. You know what? I'm tempted. Since it's going to take us 10 minutes to do one steak, let me leave the other one in the refrigerator. You want to keep these cold because the fat content is so high that they'll start to melt. The fat will start to melt and get gooey and disgusting before the steak even reaches room temperature. So you want to take them from the fridge to the skillet. So since we're going to cook these one at a time in my tiny, tiny skillet, we're gonna leave the second one in the fridge. So I'm just gonna slice this in half. Can y'all see this? Okay. Slice this in half around here. There we go. Now we have a slice big enough to fit in my little tiny skillet. And ta-da, look at that marbling. Isn't that cute? Yes. All right, so I'm going to try and get my skillet out the oven. It's supposed to be on high heat, so mine, I'm going to put it on high. I'm going to put it on like 4.5. Jason's going to grab that very hot 400 degree Fahrenheit skillet out the oven, throw it on the eye.
It is hot, yeah. So you feel through the glove and everything.
Okay, all right, and now let's throw our steaks on really quick because we want them to go on cold. And here we, thank you for helping me, baby. All right, here we go. She greasy. She real greasy. All right, or oily. There we go. And here we go. All right, so 3 minutes on side one. I'm actually going to turn the skillet up more because I don't want that 400 degree Fahrenheit temperature to drop. So I'm going to turn it up, and we're going to sear her for 3 minutes on side one, 2 minutes on the other side, and then she's done. In the meantime, Jason was kind enough to make some shishito peppers for us. Woohoo! So that's going to be our side item. And his mother made causa for us yesterday. Well, mostly for me. And if you don't know what causa is, it's a Bolivian dish that is basically a Peruvian, my bad. Peruvian dish that is basically a deconstructed potato salad. Potato tuna salad. And it's awesome. So yeah. And I'm just keeping an eye on this. I'll show you the little side view here. Starting to sear. Yeah, you can turn off the oven, baby. Thank you. The bottom is just searing, so you can see it kind of cooking through in the bottom there. Yeah, I'm excited. Please, Lord, turn out good. This is too expensive to mess up. And I didn't add any additional oil. It's basically producing all of its own oil, so there's no need. All right, so we're coming up on the 30-second mark, so I'm just going to flip her over. 2 minutes on the other side, and she'll be done. And here we go. All right. 2 minutes. And I don't want it to do too well, so I'm going to just, since this is my piece. I just want to sear it. Get that other side seared. Little fatty edge over here. I want that to be nice and caramelized. And we're done. And throw the second piece. There we go. While that's rolling, I'm going to show you how we're looking. She's resting now. And I'm about to cover it up really quick. But yeah, that's how we're looking, people. Looks great. Looks really good. So let me hurry up and cover it with some foil. And let her rest while I finish cooking her friends. Yay. Noobs at work trying to make some Wagyu. Okay guys, welcome back. I just finished. I didn't just finish. I had them covered and resting. My skillet generated a lot of smoke. So all the fire alarms in the house went off. So cut to me and Jason running around, opening doors and windows, trying to get the fire alarms off while I finished the steaks. That was fun. And also that last steak, it kind of fell into the pan. It slipped out of my tongs because it's so oily because of the high fat content. It slipped out of my tongs into the pan, splashed me with oil, and now my little Mamocado t-shirt is covered in oil splatter. So I'm gonna run and change shirts really quick because I love this shirt. My mom bought me this shirt for the baby, my little maternity shirt, and I don't want it to be covered in oil splatter from this little experiment. But in any event, we're ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a plate and call the boys. And we're going to eat, and I'm going to change my shirt. I also, in the meantime, while these were resting, I was cleaning off my skillet. Trying to get to the bits before they stuck to the pan and hardened. I didn't want that oil to cool and become like an issue for us to clean. So here's homemade Peruvian causa made by Jason's mommy, whom I love and adore. Thank you so much, Wilma. And it's basically, like I said, a deconstructed potato tuna salad. So there's tuna salad in the middle with potatoes, mashed potatoes, cold, on the top and bottom. And then you serve it with kind of an olive, a boiled egg slice, and yeah, usually some hot sauce as well. So we have some spicy sauce to go with it. But I freaking love causa. It's amazing. And if you have not tried Peruvian food or Bolivian food, you're missing out. But I'm blessed because I can get it ready-made, homemade, from scratch, anytime I want to, especially now that I'm pregnant with her grandchild. No, she was good to me before. She was good to me when we were dating. So I'm very blessed to be a part of this family. So yeah, this is gonna be our little meal here. Got our shishito peppers and our steaks. Okay. Very fatty. Oh Lord. Oh, small bites. It's amazing. It's really good. You want to try a small piece?
No.
So Jason's against it because based on the instructions that I found online, I think we've got medium rare here. And because Jason had a really bad experience in the past, he won't eat anything that is less than medium. I love this. I think it's really good. I don't think that that's too much, but you know, maybe because I am pregnant, I'm not supposed to be eating even high quality meats that are this undercooked. So we're gonna cook it a little bit more, get it to medium well status, and then we'll be back with the taste test. Just a second. Hey guys, so we're back. So I seared them some more and cooked them till they're well. So here's our well done Wagyu beef. So Jason, what do you think?
I think it's fine. Really oily. Or fatty. It's very crunchy.
Do you like it?
Sure.
Would you prefer it to regular steak?
Not really, honestly, because it's just oil. That's all I taste now. And fatty. So no, I would probably take regular steak actually, if you ask me.
I still prefer Wagyu, even if it's well done, because if a regular steak, like, you know, standard American quality steak was this well done, I couldn't even eat it. It would be too tough. So the fact that you can still like slice this relatively easy and eat it, and there's no like sinewy parts or like pieces stuck between your teeth, like it's not tough or anything, like that's quality. That's the quality that I like. So thank you for joining us for Honest Try TV. This was our first attempt at cooking A5 Japanese Wagyu beef at home. All in all, I would say salt. Actually, the preferred method, if you have the time, at a minimum, you should salt it and let it sit in the refrigerator for an hour. They recommend an hour, 1 to 3 hours, but then the best would be overnight. So, and that's not just for, you know, quality steaks like this, but for any steak. If you have the time, salt it and let it sit overnight and then cook it the next day. You want to keep this cold until you're ready to put it into your skillet or your pan, because at room temperature, the fat content will start to disintegrate. You want to preheat your skillet, preferably your skillet, in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And that way it's evenly hot throughout and not just the areas where it's closest to the fire or the coils of your stove top. And then you want to cook these on high heat. But be aware that my skillet did generate a lot of smoke. A lot of smoke. So our fire alarms are going crazy up until like a couple of minutes ago. We got all the windows and doors open at the moment. because our vent couldn't keep up with all the smoke that was being generated from the searing. And what other tips do we have? Yeah, 3 minutes. Well, so for rare to medium rare, it's 3 minutes one side, 2 minutes on the other side for this thickness, which was about an inch and a half thick. For, obviously you want to cook longer than that if your preference is going to be medium or medium well, so on and so forth. And I think that's all I've got for you in terms of tips from this little experiment. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And we will see you on the next episode of Honest Try TV.